Hi there, welcome to Story Time with Uncle Bill. And the last couple hours I've been struggling with something, folks. I've actually been doing a lot of crying. I was looking on social media, my Facebook page, and I was looking through some of the messages and stuff because I keep things that are what I call life changing. And I've seen some birthdays that come up to some of my friends who are no longer here, and they're not here from addiction or suicide or anything other than natural causes, and all of them under 40. And a couple of them, I less than a week before it happened, and I talked to them. And let me explain something to you. I would like to consider myself what a real friend is, and to me, a real friend is somebody. The definition of a friend is somebody that knows everything about you and still accepts you for who you are. Now, in order for me to do that, the first thing I require for you, because my friendship is not free, I'm just going to put that out there. I'm going to keep it real with you. I'm going to tell you the things that people don't tell you about themselves. Because for every good thing that I am, I can be bad. I've seen what I could be when I've been pushed. So I'm going to tell you about that. Because I think that's important, because we don't want to get ever to where we're not friends. Because if we're not friends, then we're enemies. I'm not one of those people that'll cut you off, because I've cut people off and they're gone. And I ain't even saying that's because of me, but what if I could have been there and things would have been different? You know what I mean? And I take that to heart big time, because I'm the dude carrying my friends. I'm the pallbearer. I'm the dude at the podium talking about my friends that are no longer there, because he lied to me. And look, everybody lies, man. You know what I mean? I just take it personal. So I do things that are irrational, that I don't care. Because let me tell you something. If you know anybody that's dealing with addiction, mental health issues, do you know somebody who's thinking about suicide? Because they're one step away from the grave, and you know that. You know that, and when it happens, it's going to be way worse than you think. I promise you. The pain, the guilt, you think, oh, I'm not worried about it because they're not here. I don't have to deal with it. And when they're dead, you're going to wish you dealt with it. I promise you, and it hurts. And you know when it goes away? Never. Don't never go away. Because you know deep down you could have did more. You feel that way. I do. And I've seen what it's like when somebody dies of natural causes. I've seen what happens when somebody dies of cancer. And I'm talking about to the last breath, folks. The pain, the suffering, the anguish, the family members experience. It's hard. Man, if you're a hospice nurse, man, my heart and soul goes out to you. That's just unfathomable. There's just nothing like watching somebody. It hurt. And whether it be old age or young or it all hurts. So I will go that extra mile for you. And I've got a whole long list of friends, man. If they came up here and be like, yo, this is what that dude did for me. Because I like to listen to all music. And I like to listen to when they're talking about your friends. Will your friend drive 100 miles for you? Would they stay the night for you? Would they give you all day? I'll do all of it. Because the mental part of the mind, you have to start there. You have to really love yourself first, and then maybe you could try to help people. Don't ever try to help people when you're broke. Even if you ain't got no money, you know what I mean? Because you got to have something to start something. And that ain't all the way true, but you could even have a phone to make a video, So I've fought. I beat people down, man. And I'll beat them down for you too. Because I'm telling you, you can't do that. You can cry forever. Because I watch, I'm scrolling through Facebook, and I seen one of my homegirls and one of my family members' best friends, young dude, always over at the house, funny. And he just took too much dope. Bunch of them, man. Bunch of them. I just don't want to attend no more funerals. I don't want to, in the strain that you're putting on people. Listen, you're talking about you don't. Oh, I don't want to do this or that. They're doing it to you. Go beat the ass, man. Go do something. Go. If you got to use social media, do it. Do it. Whatever. Don't I could have did this. I could have did that. Do it. Risk going to jail. Tell the judge, man, I love my son and my daughter so much that I'd rather do this to them than to bury them. Don't even wait. Don't do interventions. Don't do whatever your heart feels compared to do. And tell them. Say, hey, look, I'm going to do it. I do. And I want you to challenge me, because I grew up wanting to be somebody that helps somebody. Because the things that I do bring shame upon my mom. My mom and my grandma is really the only people I have in my life that have always been there and always supported me, and I'm so grateful, beyond grateful. They don't criticize me. They just say, hey, you know what? You've been the same dude. I'm consistent. I'm going to keep it real with you. I ain't got to lie to you. And if you out there lying, stop lying. Because there's no good in that. If you doing anything other than good, you can stop that too. If you got an addiction problem, let me give you the easiest, the best solution right now. You can just stop. You can just stop, man. Everybody's waiting for you to stop. You're picking a drug. You're picking women. You're picking bedding. You're picking something over your whole family, willing to risk everything. For what? Is it worth it? Every day you wake up, you should ask yourself that. Is this worth it? And if it is, you go all out. You go all, and when it pertains to somebody's life, because you won't borrow time. You ain't guaranteed nothing. You're one wake up and your stomach hurts and you got cancer. Or you got something that they don't know about. And now you spend your last couple years battling. That's what's going to happen. And everybody knows it, but you do your best to live life. Life's not living at the crack house or selling your body for drugs or out running around whoring and shit. That's not living life. You're not even happy. You trying to compensate for something. Dig down deep in yourself. Because see, if there was discipline, if there was self-control, if there was a consequence, it'd fucking stop. Excuse my language. They would stop. But we often feed the addiction. We feed it. We feed the lies. We feed the bad. You know it. You know it. And you wouldn't do it for nobody else. And they're doing it to you. So what do? You just stay mad, right? Crying late at night, wondering what the hell you could do. What did you do wrong? Wondering what you could make the situation better. And you know what they're doing? Out having sex, doing the same drugs. They don't even give a shit. Till the drugs are gone. They can't get it. You know, that's the worst part about drugs, if you don't know about drugs. Having all the money in the world and you can't get it. You need it. Like you need it. You know what I mean? Look at my eyes. You need it. You don't need that fucking shit. You need to get your ass in gear and get in fucking line like everybody else. You don't think everybody don't have damn problems? You don't think everybody ain't been through something? I'll beat your ass. I'll put your ass on social media. I'll do whatever it takes. I'll stay the night with you. I'll stay the week with you. I think I've stayed like 2 weeks at somebody's house. Because they was going to do it. They knew they were going to do it. They begged me. And every day I wonder if I left, would it have been over for him? Would he have done it? Because I got a lot of friends now that have. He didn't. Thanks me about it. Got a few friends like that because I was there. I drove those miles. I stayed up and I talked on that phone. I beat their ass. I beat their ass. Asked them. I beat their ass. Some of them many times. I'm proud of it. Proud of none of that shit. I'm just somebody doing something. They're gonna die. They're dead. My brother's got a photo of his wedding, and there's like 6 of us in the last one. All of them 7 years younger than me. They're gone. All good dudes, man. All good people. Carried some of them in their casket. Read at their funerals, man. You know how you get to that stage? Because people trust you. You can tell me anything. That's why I have what I have. Because I tell you about me, and then you're going to tell me. You'll lie to everybody else, but you'll tell me the truth. Because I can take it. And I won't use it against you. And if I do, it's to better you. It's not to hurt you. That's not what it is. I would rather beat your ass than to have you fail. Because telling you to stop ain't enough. You even know it's the right thing to do, don't you? But you want that drug, you want that high, you want that. It ain't even worth shit. Smoke weed, man. I ain't even, you're not even really supposed to say that, but if you gotta do something. Because that coke, that crystal, that meth, crack, that ain't where it is. Man, they just amping it up. Back in my day, man, and look, what kind of credentials do you got, man? What you been through? Man, when I used to do coke, I'm gonna keep it real with you, dog. Can I even get that in the screen? It would be so long, because my homeboy, that's how he got down. And we ain't have no money. We ain't have no money. We knew the dudes from the hood, man. You know what the greatest compliment a white guy could get from black people? When they start calling him the N-word. You believe that? Yeah. When you can start saying the N-word, that didn't mean go blabbing it out and stuff, because it's a politically incorrect word, and I don't see it as hate, and for people that do, I would never cross the line, man. I mean, everything ain't for everybody, but it is. And if you come around here, you'll see, because I was a product of the night, because I made it that way. And it's the nighttime people that they're different. You know what I mean? Because they're doing things. And there was an old saying, nothing good happens after 10 o'clock, go to bed. Well, actually, that's when the most exciting things happen, if you went to the opposite end of the good part of life. Because there really isn't nothing good that goes on after 10 o'clock. Just not. You would think it's all the fun in the world, and have what you think is all the fun in the world, but it comes with a cost. It comes with, man, and you're not winning. You're not winning. So, and I always one of them people, you're not telling me about nothing if you haven't done it yourself. I need to know that you was out doing drugs if you trying to tell me about drugs, because I'm telling you. So how you get to do good coke with lines that big? Well, my buddy happened to know big drug dealers, and he would cut the coke. He'd get a whole bunch and cut half of that and make all his money back over here. No, we did all of this stuff. I mean, that's just what it was. And he was real paranoid. Really paranoid. So I didn't really do it a whole bunch, probably 10 times total. And he wouldn't even break it up or nothing, man. Just throw it out there, bah, 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 real quick. You had big chunks falling out your nose and shit. And I'm just telling you what happened a couple times. You know what I mean? Don't ever do anything like that. It's stupid. You know, one of those do as I say, not as I do. You'll die now. So it's easier to assume that everything's cut with fentanyl than take a chance by dying, because it doesn't take much. You're gone, man. And I've got friends that are long time hardcore dope people killed. You're gone. They just didn't make it. I don't want to see any more of that. And it's gonna happen. I mean, you know what I mean. I'm not. If I could save one, that's all it is. You know, that's all it's ever been. If you could save one, save it. I've done the drugs. I got busted with like 198 pounds of pot back in 1998. I was 20 years old. I was doing a run for my buddy who was doing a run for the Mexican Mafia, and I got 5 years of federal prison. And during that time, I made the most of my time, because I knew, one, they was going to tell my daughter that I was in school, so I made sure I stayed in school, and that I was working, so I made sure I stayed working. And one of the hardest things to get in federal prison, and one of the things you really want to get in federal prison, is the 500-hour drug program. And this just is not easy to get. When you see 500 hours, it's 9 months in-house. You're still part of the prison, but you're in a special housing unit. And there's all kind of requirements. I mean, you got to do 2,000 hours of wellness. You got to do, I think, another 2,000 hours of continuing education. I mean, it was just a lot, man. It's pretty intense. But it was a lot to take away. There was so many groups you had to attend. Wow, man. And you know, it was a class that I think I had like 20 people, 25 people or something. So gave me a lot of insight and made me want to be a person that goes out and say, hey, you really don't want to do this. Because not now, I didn't have the street life. I had the street life, and then I got the book smart. I'm a straight A student, but now I got the prison and the education from it, because I've got like 82 certificates I earned in the 55 months that I was locked up, and it was only designed for one thing, and that was to get out to help. And I've been hardcore helping, and but I failed, and that, you know, that's just to be expected. Nobody, you know, not every doctor can save everybody, because we just not designed to live forever. But you can live now, and if you live it now in a bad way, you could change that instantly, man. You change that instantly. You just say no. Go to somebody you care about and just spit in their face and tell them you hate them. Because that's what you're doing on them drugs. That's, if you out there messing up, be real with them. Don't lie to them no more. Be real with them. Just and if it's happening to you, tell them to come ahead. Say, hey man, I want you to watch this dude and see if he's right. And at the end, I want you to look at me and tell me what you're going to do. Tell me you're going to choose the drugs over me again, or you're going to do the things that make you change. Every day for the whole rest of your life. You're sorry, but you're going to make it better, because you can, and you should. You really should make it better today, man. Don't say, oh, let me get one more Friday, or after Saturday, after my birthday. Do it now. It's worth it. You know what it is? It's worth it. You remember Maybe you don't even remember your life before the drugs or before whatever addiction got in the way and got you caught up, because you're caught up. That's all it is. You're caught up in your mind. You have to be. You think a drug is more important than your family and friends, a job, a house, opportunities. For what? What are you doing that's bad? For it. Lying, stealing, giving your body away. What are you doing? Because you're hurting. I know you're hurting. You're also hurting everybody else around you, and that's what makes you a bad person. It makes you a bad... You ain't shit. Straight up. But you can change that. Because I've been that person that ain't shit. I've been that person that didn't care. I've been that person who's been hurt, who's been lied to, who needed somebody. Every addiction thing teaches about finding a higher power. Sometimes that's all you need. If you're lucky, you got a good family. If you're really lucky, you got good family and friends. If you're really, really lucky, you got all three. Because you need it. We all need it. You ain't supposed to go through life by yourself. And you know, if you don't know if you're an addict or have an addiction, are people yelling at you? Are people telling you to get your life together? And nobody likes to hear that shit. What are you doing wasting? Nobody likes to hear that. But if that's the truth, you know what I mean? Because nobody's hated more than a person telling the truth. It just is what it is. That's why I don't care. And listen, throw all the hate my way. Tell me in the comments, you know, I'm a bad guy because I want to fight and blah, blah. I don't care. I just told you I did 5 years in federal prison. I ain't even told you all that I've seen in there. I haven't even begun to. What I personally had to go through. I don't care what your opinion is if it's negative. You can call me anything. Eminem said I am whatever you say I am. Because if for everything good I could be, people, I could be bad. You not hear me up. You not hear me telling you what kind of great guy I am, are you? No. I'm telling you I beat your ass if I think it would help you in life. Nobody else told you that, did it? Because I'm serious. I'm serious. And it'll be a point. Listen, people, check it out now. The people won't even be mad. They'll be thanking me. And I don't mind going to jail. Not for a good cause. Because I will look at a judge and tell him, if I save him, it's worth it. How much time you willing to give me? Because that's part of life too. What you willing to do? Because if you're willing to bury him, you should be willing to save him. So I got a little bit of advice. If you haven't talked to somebody that's dealing with an addiction in a while, call them up. At worst, you're only going to be disappointed. But you might make a difference. And if you're dealing with somebody directly, where's all the time in your face, you're at the point where you can't take it no more. Beat the shit out of them. Don't blow your mind gasket. Don't lose time off your life. Do something. Post it on social media. If you're willing to do whatever it takes, do whatever it takes. The emptiness, when they're gone, the void, you think you can handle it. It's way deep. That's what kind of friend I am. I'm interested to think what you say about it. I spent the last 2 hours crying about this, folks. Man, I've buried a lot of my friends, and it hurts, and I'm willing to go above and beyond. And I'll probably do it for you too. If you having problems, man, there's helplines. There's clinics. There's meetings. Find that help. Don't go in there with a mindset that, oh, I'm doing this because I got in trouble. Or go just looking for help. You only, a meeting or and those things, you only take out of it what you want. Give it a shot, because the end product, if you're clean, is worth everything. It's worth it. It's worth it. And most of the bridges that you burn can be fixed, but people got to see it. Don't go get religious and come back and preach that. Don't do all that. Be who you are before the addiction. You don't got to be no brand new person. Everybody loved you before the addiction. They'll love you after. You ain't got to be no brand new person. Just be you. Because that's what everybody wants. And they just want you. You without the drugs. You without the addiction. And you can do it. I've seen a lot of people overcome addiction, man. And it's just such a beautiful thing. The feeling inside is worth it. Find it in you to make it worth it. We all waiting, man. Overcome it. Overcome it and talk about it. And then help the next person. And maybe eventually we'll get to a point where we got this thing licked. Man, I really hope this helps. And look, if you want to make somebody's day today, which you should wake up every day trying to make somebody's day. You can help my day by hitting that like button for me. It's the little thumbs up thing. Leave me a comment. Tell me anything, people, man. Tell me how you feel about it. If you know somebody suffering addiction, maybe we could talk and see if we can't help each other. I'm always here for you, man. Anybody that's watching. If you leave a comment, I will get back with you. Share it if you can. Subscribe if you haven't. I hope everybody's having a good day and staying safe. Peace.